Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Minnesota Twins. Singy, I know you like the long ball. Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, I'm here for the show, Boog. Looks like he's been hitting off a tee lately. Anytime you have this kind of a streak, it not only elevates your team's confidence, but forces the opposition to game plan around you.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Chris Paddack. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton makes the catch for the out. One down. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the...
That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Fought off foul. Brennan leads off second with one gone in the inning. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Ramirez swings and lifts this one deep to left. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Wow, that one almost got out of here. I know the wind's blowing out to left, but man, that almost pushed it over the fence. I bet hitters are trying to get the ball up in the air and hit it that direction. I know I would be.
So in now for Cleveland, Jhonkensy Noel. High fly ball, shallow right field. Wallner puts it away, and that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back in Target Field, and on the hill in this one, Ben Lively. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Brennan brings it in, and there's one down. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Definitely didn't get all of that one, but man, the wind almost pushed it over the fence and left.
Now Correa up to hit. Correa measures 6 feet 4 inches, hitting third in the lineup, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Swings over the top of that one.
Oh, 2.
2 out, space is empty. Caught him looking for the K. Down go the Twins in order. We played an inning. No score. Top of the second. Now it's the Guardians DH, David Fry. Paddock back to work. That one fouled off. Here's your 1. Right through there for a strike. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swung on, belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Here's Lane Thomas. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Second inning here, no score. The other way, hauls it in to end the inning. Guardians fail to score. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. And we're back, bottom of the second. Now the Minnesota cleanup hitter, Royce Lewis. Inside, ball 1. And that's downstairs and outside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Now 3-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And here is Matt Wallner.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently. Almost 2 strikeouts per game over his last 10.
And that one clips the corner. And that misses. And it's 1-1. Just missed. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Lewis gets his lead at first. Nobody out. On the ground left side. 6, 4,
He's out.
3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Byron Buxton. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And that one a little bit high.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball. And a strike in there. And he hits a ground ball right side. Gets it to first. Inning over. Twins retired in short order. We'll move to the third with no score. Top half of the third inning, stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann. And that one fouled off. Fouled off. He was late. Kicks and deals.
Ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's Brian Rocchio. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Foul ball there. Top of the third, no score. That's hard hit on the line. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And up next for Cleveland, Will Brennan. Doubled his first time up. And that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Outside with a breaking ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The throw is wild, and it gets away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. Julien makes the play, and that is that. Guardians lead 1, and we are still scoreless. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now for the Twins, Trevor Larnach. And that misses, and it's 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And now the count is even. In the air to left center, Rocchio. 1 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Ryan Jeffers stands in now and watches strike 1. Right through there for a strike. And the next pitch is way outside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Just off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Gets a piece and stays alive. Stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now here is Edouard Julien. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1. Swings through that.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That one misses. Now 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Three and 2.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track. On to the 4th, still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the 3rd baseman, Jose Ramirez. In the air, left field, down the line. This one could be trouble. Larnach hurries to get it back in. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Jhonkensy Noel, the next to hit. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Outside low, and the count is 2-0. On the corner for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
That one inside. Look out. Fourth inning underway. No score. Paddock checks the runner.
He's good.
And he's back in safely. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Fry swings through it for strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Strike 2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball left side. Fair ball. They're waving Ramirez home. He will score and they take the lead. Cut off, throw to second, and he's out trying for 2. Harrison Bader coming into the game now as the injury replacement. Bo Naylor will hit next, and Cleveland on top 1-0. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Lane Thomas now. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Thomas, 29 years old. He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 9 times in the last 10 games. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This one in the air, right field. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So in now for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann went down on strikes his first time through. Hit on the ground to short. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. And midway in the 4th, it's the Guardians 2 and the Twins nothing. Back in Minnesota, bottom 4, this is Willie Castro. Strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And that one hammered. And it one-hops the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
1 out, runner at second. Here's Carlos Correa, and a fastball in there for a strike at 91. That's outside. Ball one. And that is out of play. One out, a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He flexes his power with that swing, and we're level. It's 2-2.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Royce Lewis. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Still only one out here in the inning. Curve in the dirt.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Wallner in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. And now 2-0.
Well, they gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Right through there for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
That one's in there, and the count's even at 2. Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. But the Twins bring in 2 on the homer. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Paddock back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Guardians, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Line drive, that's a base hit out into left center field. Makes the turn and heads for second. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan, 1 for 2. And that one got a piece of him.
I got him. Take your base.
Well, he was right up on the plate, so even a small misfire was enough to send him to first.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. That's out to center field. Buxton under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. But now he won't try for third. Stays put with 1 away. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Justin Topa warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Sands, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Two on, 1 out. And the slider just misses.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Rocchio on second. Kwan over at first with one away. And that's a strikeout. Matthew Ross says he went around. Jhonkensy Noel digs in for the Guardians. He's 0 for 1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Two-ball. No
In the
strikes.
dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And another ball.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And they're all loaded up.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Chris Paddack will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. On the mound now for the Twins, Cole Sands.
Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
So bases all loaded up. Now it's the Guardians DH, David Fry. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Base hit. 1 run is in. The throw to third.
He's safe.
Safe. He
Safe,
beats
he's in.
it.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to him. Bo Naylor. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
That's in there. Going to count 1 and 2. Second and third, 2 down. Base hit, 1 run in already. Coming home. The throw in. Slide, save. And they lead by 4.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
2 outs, runner at first. And up next for Cleveland, Lane Thomas. Just
No, not the
missed.
1 ball. No strike.
He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. And delivers outside.
2-1.
And a swing and a miss.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Guardians 6 and the Twins 2. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. There's a strike.
Well, these Twins being a little too patient at the plate in this game. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Hard hit left side. To first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Bader played his college ball at the University of Florida from the New York area. Went to Horace Mann High School. The Twins down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. And it is 2-1. Tap foul at the plate. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That one missed. On the ground to third. And Bader is set down. Two down, bases empty. Ryan Jeffers, the next Twin up to hit. Struck out swinging his first time.
Life is a game. Don't take the fun now. You talking about the rain when the sun out. Question, is your pain your identity?
And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
In the air on the infield, Noel settles underneath it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 5 innings complete. It's the Guardians 6 and the Twins 2. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And that one sliced foul. Just off the outside corner. And the count is even 2-2. Out towards right center field. Wallner settles underneath it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So the lineup flips over. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And there's a strike. Ground ball right side. Dives and he can't hang on. To first and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Now the number 2 hitter, Will Brennan, 1 for 3. Lined into left center, base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Into the second deck it goes, and they add to their lead. It's 10-2. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Well, a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Cole Sands won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. A new arm into the game, the righty Aberson Castellano.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Jhonkensy Noel. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
This one in the air, center field. Buxton should have this one. And makes the grab. That's out number 2. Two outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, David Fry.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
0-2.
And ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a good eye there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And down on strikes. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now a 10-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
I got my bands up, 20s, 50s, 100s in my hand. VIP, I'm cooling like the fan.
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Trevor Stephan.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Quan heads after it. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now it's the Twins DH, Willie Castro. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. On the ground. And he can't come up with it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Hard to tell exactly what went wrong right there. That was a fairly routine ground ball, but he just couldn't get it to stick in the glove. Might have taken his eye off it a little early, but regardless, they're going to have to work around that error.
So a man at first. And now the first baseman, Jose Miranda. Fair ball. Throw into third. In there safely.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Really spun on that pitch and ripped it down the line, and it couldn't have been much closer to ending up in foul territory, but it did just sneak in there for the base hit. Good job by the defense as well to hold it to a long single.
Correa up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. The shortstop takes the ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And the slider just misses. Castro, the runner at third. Miranda at first. One gone. That's in there. And now 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So they're all loaded up. So up next for Minnesota, Royce Lewis. And it's fouled away. Bases loaded, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. In the air, right field. Brennan sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 10-3.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Wallner stands in now, looks at that one inside. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. 7th inning coming up. Guardians 10 and the Twins 3. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is late, and they come away without an out. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. And that one upstairs, ball one. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Next pitch misses, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Out to short, Correa. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Hit my pitch. Take your base.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Brian Rocchio digs in now. Tried to check his swing, appeal to third, and yes, he did. He went around. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
And that's outside.
1 and 2.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. He'll score on the sac fly. It's now 11-3.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Stephen Kwan now at the plate. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. Squirts away a little bit.
0-2.
No advance. Good job behind the dish. Outside low, and it's 1 and 2. Thomas on third. Schneemann over at first with 1 away. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout, but no advance from the runners.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And first offering is fouled off. Up the middle, Correa. They take the force out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Guardians 11 and the Twins 3. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And that one fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 1 down.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Make them understand it. Put it up in that panda, all black like a panther. Riding around with it. Also, I'll be all up on my game. Look at the ice on my chain. Better make you know my name. Better be game. General status of on. I'll be all up in my zone. Doing my dirt on my own. That's probably tapping my phone. Just believe I'ma go get it.
Bader in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul straight back. To third, Ramirez. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Ryan Jeffers getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen.
Life is a game. Don't take the fun now. You talking about the rain when the sun out. Question, is your pain your identity? Let it go. Serenity.
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Tim Herrin.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Really makes you mad. Look at what you're doing right now.
You say that you're living for the future. Well, I'm trying to introduce you.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing here for the Twins. Still 11-3. We're at the top of the 8th, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Castellano back to work. Right through there for a strike. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jhonkensy Noel. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ramirez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next one just misses. And the count is 2-2. Line to left. Bader hauls it in, and there's one away. David Fry digs in for the Guardians. And that's in there for strike one. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. And there's a foul ball. That one just misses.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swings and misses. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
That one misses, and now it's even 1-1. And a foul ball. Two outs. This one popped up. Correa is there. And that is that. One left for the Guardians, but still in command. It's 11-3. And we're back onto the bottom of the eighth. Here's the second baseman, Edouard Julien.
So expressive and you're moving in percentage. Advantage adolescence when you always have connections. Got dealt the opportunity.
That one finds the corner, and it's 0-1.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's the ball.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 up, 1 down.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And that gets down for a base hit.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now, Jose Miranda. That clips the corner. Man at first, 1 away. Next offering is fouled back.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
That one off the mark. Now 1-2. He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Correa in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that drops in for a strike.
An at bat like this is almost over as it begins in this situation.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. This one pretty well decided at this point. Through 8 full, it's the Guardians 11 and the Twins 3. Back at Target Field, new inning getting started. Here comes Lane Thomas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Slice down the right side. There's a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1-2.
Next pitch is outside.
2-2.
And that's outside.
2 strike.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
That one hit to right. Wallner sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Thomas, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. The next pitch misses, and 1-1.
1-1. Two balls, 1 strike.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. My partner known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness.
In your career.
I can't even believe. I win.
130
when did that happen?
Yeah.
I don't even, seriously, I don't believe that.
Kwan in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one the other way. Bader makes the grab. 2 down. So first and second with 2 outs. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Lifted in the air, right center field. Buxton sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Hunter Gaddis.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Royce Lewis digs in now. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Gaddis, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Foul ball. And they'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. And 1 away.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Wallner batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No ball,
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And now 1-2. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, his stuff is just too good to fail.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He sends it into the second deck. His second homer of this series. It's 11-4.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now the left fielder, Harrison Bader, has grounded out a couple of times. First pitch misses.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
And a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. They're down to their final strike. Gaddis is just 1 strike away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Schneemann. And that'll do it. The Guardians take this one in a blowout.
Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here, and you got yourself a little bit of breathing room, but you want to keep the same mindset. Let's go into the next place, and let's take that series again.
Final score in this one, 11-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
West Side, Compton. Hey, yeah, pull up with a thing or two. Yeah, you know what I came to do. Slide down the avenue. Yeah, did what I had to do. Infinite flavors. Yeah, pick your favorite. Yeah, keep it clear. Think about running from there. Yeah, looking at the Lakers. Assalamu alaikum, walaikum salam. Why thank you, really alive. Hi hater, bye hater.
Bye hater. Bye Felicia. Not today, not tomorrow either. Look though, it's a lot of vacant houses, whole city like a town. I made the block look snag or two.